What is up, everyone? It's JDog406 coming back for another coin roll hunting video, and today we're getting into our first box of Season 3 pennies right here. And there's a pretty good surprise if I move right down here. So as you can see right there, we have an 1898 Indian head penny right there. And I don't know if you guys tuned into my last nickel box video that I did, or the second to the last one, I mean. I did find an 1898 V nickel, so I got a nice little matching pair right there, and I'll pop up a nice little good image of what that looks like here in just a second. But other than that, we got this Indian head penny right here sitting next to a bunch of brand new pennies. It's crazy. Alright, let's get it open and let's take a nice good look at it. Before we get into that first roll, we are going to overview our score sheet. Here is the points sheet. And here is the extra Canadian score sheet. And alright, let's get into that Indian head penny roll. Alright, we got this roll right here, and it just still surprises me so much how this ended up right here. Alright, let's finally get it out though. Let's get a nice good look at it. Alright, the reverse looks pretty decent for how old it is. And then we flip this over. Yeah, the reverse looks pretty good too. Not too much damage, just normal circulation right there. Maybe a little bit of ring damage right there, which does suck, but can't help that. The mintage for this is 49,821,284. This is not a super low mintage one, but still crazy to see on the end of the roll. But let's get into the rest of the roll and see what else is here. Oh, we got a Canadian though. So right here we have the crowned obverse that runs from 1990 to 2003, and it's 12-sided, so that means it can only go from 1990 to 1996. So let's see what we got. We got a 1991, the second year right here. And other than that, I think that's the end for that roll. I am going to double check it, but we are going to move on to the second one. Alright, we're getting into the sixth roll. Still haven't found a wheat penny, and there was an Indian head ender. We only have that Canadian and 2009 and the Indian head, so let's hope there's something in here. Oh, I do see a Canadian 12-sided edge right there. And we got another 1991. We're getting into the seventh roll. Oh, we got our first wheat penny. One roll after I was complaining about it. Alright, let's go ahead and flip this one and see what we got. 1945 Denver right there. Not too bad of a find for a first wheat penny. Alright, we're getting into the eighth roll. Oh, we got a Canadian right here. So we got a Tiara obverse, and this one's copper, so it's going to be before 1982. Alright, we got a 1981 right there, last year before they started doing those 12-sided coins. We're getting into the 10th roll. Oh, we got a Canadian right here. Alright, so another copper one. Let's see what we got. 1980 right here. Alright, let's put this one to the side. Oh my. We just got a second Indian head penny right here. We got a 1904. Oh my. This one's looking pretty good. You can definitely see some of the details in the Liberty band right there up here. And a 1904 has a mintage of 61,326,198. And yeah, that's a pretty good coin right there. Can't believe we just got two out of the same box. All right, let's put this one down and continue through. All right, I don't think there's any more Indian heads in that roll, so let's move on to the next one. I did do a double check through and I did find a 1959 Denver right here, looking pretty stunning with a little bit of damage right there, but that's still a pretty nice looking coin too. All right, let's move on. All right, we're getting in the 11th roll. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull another Indian head, but let's see. All right, we do have a Canadian right here. So let's go ahead and flip this one. It's going to be another copper. 1977 right here. All right, very nice. All right, we're getting into the 18th roll. Oh, we got a wheat penny right here. All right, let's go ahead and see what this one is. Probably going to be a common one. 1957 Denver right there, second to the last year, pretty common. All the 40s and 50s are all common. All right, we're getting into the 22nd roll. Oh, we got a Canadian right here, and this one's going to be copper, and it's a 1966 second year, and there is a 2009 presidency right here, so that is pretty cool too. Let's see if there's anything else in this roll. Oh, we got a wheat penny too, so we're 3 finds in. All right, let's see what we can get. 1958 Denver right there. All right. I don't think there's going to be anything else here. So let's move on to the next one. All right, we're getting into the 23rd roll. Ooh, we got a Canadian right here. And this one's not crowned. So it's going to be after 1996 and a before 2004. All right, we got a 2000s Canadian right here. Very, very nice. Let's put this one down. All right, we're getting into the 25th roll of the box right here. We've already found 2 Indian heads, quite a few Canadians, and quite a few wheat pennies. What else can we get out of here? All right, let's get it open. Let's see. All right, we got a wheat penny right here. Let's go ahead and flip this one and see what we got. 1945 San Francisco right there. Still pretty common, but nice to see a San Francisco. And I don't think there's anything else here, so let's move on to the other side of the box now. All right, we're getting into the 27th roll. Ooh, we got a wheat penny with the obverse showing. 1956 Denver right here. All right, we're getting into the 29th roll. All right, we got a wheat penny, and I can see a Canadian after this. But let's go over this one first. 1958 Denver right there. Okay, then we got a 12-sided Canadian. That's going to go from 1990 to 1996. It's a 1993. All right, I believe that's everything for this roll. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, we're getting into the 46th roll. Alright, and I do see a 1959 Denver right here, first year memorial. Let's put this one to the side. And we got another 1959 Denver right here. Looks like this one was probably found in the dirt or something. Alright, we're getting into the 48th roll. Alright, we got another 1959 Denver right here. Alright, we're coming down to the last final two rolls of the box. Can we pull anything else interesting out of here? I'm really hoping that we can maybe get another Indian head, but the likable chances of that are slim. But we did get a Canadian, and it's a newer one. Alright, so let's go ahead and flip this one and see what we can get. This can be as young as 2003 and as old as 2012. Alright, we got a 2004 right here. Alright, so other than that Canadian in that second to the last roll, we are getting into this last roll right here. So let's see what we can get. And I don't think there's going to be anything else in this final roll, so we will be moving on to the conclusion. And I do want to say, even though there wasn't a whole lot of finds in the second half of the box, the first half was really good. And it's also my new record for how many Indian heads I've found in a box. Alright, so let's move on to the conclusion. Alright, and we're here at the conclusion. And here's our 2009s right here. We have the birth and early childhood, 3 formative years, 1 professional life, and 1 presidency. And then if we move down here, we have a couple 1959Ds. One of them looking really good, to be honest. Yeah, that one looks excellent for how old it is. Then the other one right over here does not look so good. I'll probably end up throwing that one back. But we got 4 of them. And then if we come down here, here is all of our wheat, or most of our wheat pennies, I believe. So we have 2 1958 Denvers, a 1957 Denver, a 1956 Denver, a 1945 San Francisco, and a 1945 Denver. And let me just flip one of these real quick. Look at the back side of that. That one's not the greatest looking, but that's what a wheat penny looks like. And then if we come down here, so I did want to mention this real quick. I was looking for some different types of varieties. So I was looking for the 1970S small date high 7. And then I was also looking for the 1969S double die. And then I was looking for the 1960 Denver and Philadelphia small date. And I could have also been looking for the 1960D over D small date over large date, which would be a fairly expensive coin right there. But other than that, let's move right up here. So here's all of our Canadians right here. So we have a 2004 right there, which is going to have the uncrowned obverse. And that is going to be the last depiction of Queen Elizabeth. We have a 2000 right here, which features the crowned obverse. Scooting all these coins around, it's getting kind of bungled up. Alright, then we have a 1993, which has the same obverse. Couple 1991s. That's a 1981. There's a 1989. There's a 1980, a 1977. A 1968 and a 1966, and the oldest right here being a 1963 with that young head obverse. And that is going to be our 3rd best find of the box. But our 2 best finds are going to be this 1898 Indian penny and this 1904 Indian penny. And the 1904 might look like it's in a little better condition, but if we take both of these coins underneath the microscope, we'll see which one is. I also just wanted to show you the reverse of these coins real quick. I do love the reverse. Alright, so we have this 1904 up here, and this is going to be environmental damage on it, all right here. This is all around the coin, and I'll go over that in a second. But yeah, this isn't going to be anything special or anything like the metal peeling off the coin. That's just environmental damage, probably sat in the ground for a little bit, probably got cleaned. But yeah, it's not looking the worst. You can see some of the words in Liberty right there. And then, yeah, just a bunch of environmental damage going across it. Not the greatest coin. Would definitely grade G4 or maybe even under. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the back side of it real quick. See what's going on there. The reverse actually looks a lot better than the front. So yeah, now let's go look at that 1990 or 1898. Alright, and then we have our 1898 right here, and this one's got a little bit of green gunk in it, but if we come up here, this is going to be no words in the Liberty, and most of the coin looks pretty good, so I would say it would grade at least G4, and yeah, we will go over those values here in just 1 second too. Real quick, I just wanted to show a little bit of this information, so here's how you can tell the grade a little bit. So G4 would be no Liberty visible, and VG8 would be very good, at least some letters of the Liberty readable on the headband. And on one of them we did have it, but there's a lot of rot, so I'm going to say it's graded less than a G4 or just G4. But let's go to that other page real quick and see. Alright, so we have that 1904 right here at 61 million minted, 326,198, and in G4 condition, it's going to be $2.50. And then this 1898 right here with 49,821,284 in G4 is going to be a $3.50 coin. And yeah, I think that's pretty dang good to be finding in a box of pennies. A lot more expensive than a penny. But other than that, we're going to get into the score sheet and see what this box score is today. Before we get into that score sheet, we are going to be punching in that 1904 and that 1898 right there. I did not have those ones in my collection. I do have a little bit, not too much. Don't have any on the second page started, or the first page I mean, but yeah, let's get these ones punched in real quick. Alright, we got those in there. Now let's move on to the score sheet. Here is the point sheet. And here is the extra Canadian score sheet. And then we're on Season 3, Box 1 of our pennies right here. And we found 6 2009s for 6 points, 4 1959s for 4 points, 7 over 60 million for 14 points, 1 under 60 million for 5 points. So one of the ones over 60 million is an Indian head, and one of the ones under 60 million is an Indian head. 2 Indian heads for 100 points, 1 uncrowned for 1 point, 4 crowned for 8 points, 6 tiara for 18 points, and 1 young head for 5 points, for a total points of 161 points. That is an excellent box of pennies. I think this is one of my best ones yet, and it's definitely has some of the best finds in it, especially with those 2 Indian head pennies. I still don't think I'm ever going to beat it. If I can ever get a box with more than 2 in it, that'll absolutely baffle me. But other than that, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, J-Dog out.